Moments of inspiration mixed with time to network, IBJ Media Events has you covered. From industry deep dives to awards celebrating Indiana's top leaders, see what's coming up and reserve your seat at ibj.com/RSVP.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Monday, February 23rd, 2026. I'm Alex Braun. Chris Baggett, owner of Tyner Pond Farm in Hancock County, says new requirements from the U.S. Department of Agriculture regarding the labeling of meat products provides clarity for consumers. The new Product of the USA labeling now applies to products derived from animals that were born, raised, slaughtered, and processed entirely in the U.S.
Once that American label comes off of all of these products that they're buying, now they can be a little more aware and say, wow, I really want this profile in my nutrition, and they will turn to, hopefully, Indiana farmers.
Baggett said previously a product could be labeled as a product of the United States if only one step in the process, such as packaging, happened here. Governor Mike Braun has announced up to $1 million in additional funding for the state's Community Collaboration Fund to support community-led entrepreneurial initiatives across Indiana. The funding will provide matching grants ranging from $5,000 to $40,000 for entrepreneur support organizations to launch new collaborations, services, and programs aimed at strengthening the state's startup ecosystem. As the state continues to seek solutions to the ongoing attorney shortage, the Indiana State Bar Association has introduced an approach to directly support attorneys working in rural counties. In July, the association will launch its first ever Rural Practice Academy, an 11-month fellowship during which members can learn from legal professionals and one another how to build and sustain legal practices in small communities. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Hello and welcome to Inside Indiana Business. I'm Gary Dick, coming to you this week from Northwest Indiana, Jeffersonville, Muncie, South Bend, in downtown Evansville, Terre Haute, Fort Wayne, Richmond, from one of the state's key entrepreneurial and innovation hubs, 16 Tech. Inside Indiana Business, Indiana's business news leader.
Indiana University football coach Curt Cignetti has reportedly finalized a deal with the university that will pay him an average of $13.2 million a year through 2033. IIB's Aubriana Herron has more.
ESPN reported Friday that the new contract, at least his fourth since joining the program in 2023, does not change the length of his agreement with the university, but it increases his annual salary by about $1.6 million. Although Cignetti just re-upped his contract with the school in October, that deal stipulated a good faith market review of the terms, according to ESPN, which activated after the Hoosiers beat the University of Alabama in the Rose Bowl on January 1st. That review reportedly had a 120-day window and required that the university adjust his salary to put him at least third in the rankings of the highest-paid college coaches. The $13.2 million annual salary puts him as one of three college coaches earning at least $13 million nationally, according to ESPN. Cignetti initially signed a 6-year, $27 million deal with the university in 2023. That was revised in November 2024 following the season's success, putting him at the school through 2032 at a rate of $8 million a year, plus a $1 million retention bonus. The contract was revisited again in October 2025, extending his stay through 2033 and paying him $11.6 million a year. Aubriana Herron, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indiana University has announced plans to create a nonprofit to encompass its non-academic real estate, research initiatives, and life sciences innovation work. The entity, known as IU Inc., was approved unanimously by IU's Board of Trustees during its monthly meeting Friday in Indianapolis. IU President Pamela Whitten said the new nonprofit will allow the university to compete for large-scale, multi-organization research projects and substantial public grants, and pursue revenue-generating ventures. She said that could mean more involvement from the university and its researchers in projects ranging from biosciences to microelectronics to artificial intelligence and national security. Check out the latest episodes of the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
From breaking news to in-depth articles, discover the advantage of unlimited access to all news from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business with our limited time trial. Get started now at ibj.com/trial offer.
Want to give your team a real edge? The IBJ Group Plan delivers unlimited access to every story, every report, every video from IBJ and Inside Indiana Business for your whole team. Cover some or all of your employees with one simple payment. The more you add, the more you save. It's smart, it's flexible, and it saves you up to 30% off the standard rate. Already have IBJ subscribers in your office? Group up and save big. Learn more and get started now at ibj.com/group-plan.